What's happening, guys? Alright, today is 29th of September, Friday afternoon. We are, you probably guessed it by now, already seeing this. Southbound 215 in San Bernardino, about to cross under the 210 freeway now. Take a wild guess what that means. Yeah, now I guess the problem you would be guessing, well, you'd probably guess right where I'm going to, but at this hour, because it's 14:50 local time, this hour you might guess wrong what I'm going to be doing there. You probably think I'm going to be picking up a reload at Walmart in Colton. Well, kinda, yes. I am going to Colton to the Walmart. However, it's going to be a delivery first. Going to be delivering to the Sam's Club side of the house. That'll be on the north half of the building. And I will actually be picking up a reload there tonight as well. Now, we'll talk more about that one later on. And, yeah, so, yeah, that's what's going on there. Now, how'd I end up over here? I think the last vlog you saw from me on this channel should have been the delivery to Laredo, Texas. And what's that, MS Forwarding or MS whatever? I can't remember. Alright, so anyway, subsequent to that, I ended up getting pre-planned to pick up a reload at Sanderson Farms in Bryan, Texas, a load of chicken. Now that one was going to Sparks, Nevada. Right, obviously I didn't end up in Sparks. So how the hell did I end up back in California? Yeah, alright, so what's happening there was, yeah, so I was en route to Sparks. Actually, I only ran my load over from Sanderson Farms in Bryan over to Cefco in Temple, Texas, right down the street from the Walmart DC over there. Did a 10-hour break. Then when I was done with my 10-hour break, I noticed I had some messages from somebody else's DM that I need to move right one lane, but I'm gonna have to wait for all this. Basically, we call it the Crosstown Freeway or Highway 259 traffic to vacate the space. Too many of them coming up. I'll signal now. That way, hopefully, this SUV back there knows. Yeah, we're good. Now, it didn't look like that SUV was noticing, but too bad. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I had some missed messages, or some, well, not missed messages that came in while I was sleeping. So, at the end of my 10-hour break, well, that person was off duty already, so but they left the other driver's phone number. So I went ahead and got in touch with the other driver. They were trying to get home to the Sparks, Reno area. And they needed help getting there. It turned out it was a brand new JCT driver, only been with the company not even a month yet. Hurry up, there you go. Alright, so, yeah, I was touching bases with him, trying to get work out the logistics. Yeah, I don't have a problem with doing this swap, but just got to figure out where we're going to do it and when and all that. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Hit your gas pedal because I'm not hitting my brakes for your ass. Alright. Yeah, there was a little bit of some issues with that, I guess, that I want to bring up here. Now, I'm not trying to knock on the other driver. You know, he has about the same number of years of experience, actually just a little bit less. So I ended up swapping with him last night in Kingman. But now how we worked out getting to Kingman was it almost became a problem for him getting my load to Sparks on time. The way he was wanting to run, the route that he wanted to take, and how he was wanting to manage his clock. I was like, dude, if you do this, you're not going to make my load on time. Or, well, you can possibly do it, but you're going to be jammed up like maybe 1 hour before appointment time is what you're working with, and that's too close for comfort. You don't want that. You want at least a few hours. I would normally say at least an hour of wiggle room. Actually, an hour before appointment time, and then an hour of wiggle room for every shift minimum that you need to run. I need to move right, but I don't want to do with this on-ramp traffic here. I'll wait till we get past this, but let me see if, actually, you know what? I might be alright staying here, but I think I normally move over to the other lane. I'll be alright right here. Alright, so the other driver was picking his load up at the Tyson facility in Olathe, Kansas. And now his was supposed to pick up, 2 days ago in the morning at like 9 a.m. And we had talked the night before while I was on my, while I was getting ready to start my shift there in Temple. And he was talking about, because when he got through picking his load, when his load was finally ready, which was like early afternoon over there in Olathe. Now I was working out how many miles he was going to need to run and how many 10-hour breaks he was going to need and all that. And I'm like, it'll be, if he needs to do a third 10-hour break, because it's barely even 1,800 miles total from start to finish. Let's see if this guy's going to... yeah, we're good. Yeah, this guy, I think, used Flash also for letting us over. Alright, yeah, man, I understand his rationale for wanting to do that, though, because, picking up at like 1 in the afternoon, then, run a full shift, 1,300 plus 10 at least, maybe even 11, that's going to put you at, in a truck stop at like 11 or midnight, by the time you're done with your shift. That's a concern. Yeah, you don't want to show up to a full truck stop. So I absolutely understand his rationale on that. However, I was crunching the numbers. How many miles he was going to need to cover, how many hours it was going to take, how many 10-hour breaks minimum were going to be needed, and 2 10-hour breaks, no problem at all. But 3 10-hour breaks was going to jam them right up. I had my load had a 0200 appointment time, and my estimate was going to have them there like at midnight or 1 a.m., somewhere around that ballpark. Maybe around midnight or so by the time he actually left, because I was projecting before he actually picked it up. And it's like, man, you don't want to do that. You're going to put people on nervous time doing that. You're going to put yourself on nervous time, possibly failing a load. And you're going to put the company on nervous time. And as long as it's my load, and I'm going to make sure it's going to get delivered on time. So I basically told the guy, if you do that extra 10-hour break, it's too risky that you're going to fail the load. So I told him that if you do that way, I don't think this swap's going to work out. You're going to have to find someone else going to Sparks to swap with or something. And on top of that, he was telling me it was like 1,340 miles to Kingman. And he was, we're getting off here at Rancho Avenue, by the way. So 1,340 miles to Kingman, and he was thinking he couldn't reach it. Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's 670 miles per shift. That's doable. It's hard, but it's doable. But then I found out he was wanting to go all the way down to Oklahoma City before getting onto I-40. Yeah, I went just straight down I-35, just a straight shot down I-35. I'm like, I mean, okay, I don't want to tell you how to run your truck, and you can do it however you want, but why would you go through Oklahoma City? Oh, because that's how my GPSs want me to go. I'm like, since when do we follow what our GPS tells us? So I've been to Olathe many times. You guys have seen me even in recent months, like the last couple of months. I was probably there at least 2 or 3 times, and it's been on my channel. So yeah, when I do those loads coming this direction, I go across US 54 from Wichita, or I get on US 50 in Emporia, Kansas, take that across over to Hutchinson, Kansas, and then take Kansas 61 down from Hutchinson to Pratt, and then get on 54 over there. Then take US 60 across from there. I mean, not US 60, but I-40 across from Tucumcari out to Kingman, and then I would take US 93 from Kingman up to Las Vegas, and 95 up from Las Vegas to all the way up. Is this bobtail overshooting? Yeah, no, he's turning right. Okay. I was like, hope he's not sitting past the limit line. Alright, so yeah, I told him, yeah, run your truck however you want to, but I said, if you go that way, there's a greater risk you're not going to make my load on time, and it's not going to work out. So I had suggested to him, try taking US 50 and 54 or whatever, whichever combo you want to cross, and yeah, it's 110 miles shorter by going that way. Oh, good, this moving van is staying behind the actual limit line. Not too many do that. All right. So now I can make my turn properly and not have to worry about anything. Alright, yeah, we're good. Okay, so yeah, 110 miles shorter, and then I showed them on the Google Maps, because Google Maps was suggesting the same routes that that are the good truck routes that I would take, in that case. Now, I don't normally, you see how I navigate. I navigate exactly how you see right now. I don't do anything different navigating than what you're seeing yourself on right here on my screen. I don't have a GPS device on my truck. I don't need it. I do my homework on stuff. Now, most of these roads I'm already familiar with, so what do I need a GPS for? I can use the one here that's built into my Geo tab. Only for distance and ETA calculations, and that's it. But even then, the ETAs that it gives me, I have to add my 10-hour breaks on top of that. So but it at least gives me an idea what I'm working with. But what good is a GPS when I can only see about 3 to 5 miles or so out in front of me on this damn thing? I can't see where the traffic situation is. Or sometimes it might tell me it wants me to make a certain turn, but I don't know why it's wanting me to make that turn. I want the bigger picture context of what's going on there, like why it doesn't want me to use this turn. I can do that on Google Maps. You can see exactly where I'm going, how I'm going to end up at Walmart here. If you've never watched any of my many Walmart deliveries and pickups here. So yeah, anyway, so I sent them screenshots of what the projected routes were and miles and all that kind of stuff to get between Olathe and Kingman, and even Olathe and Flagstaff as a possible swap. Because he was saying like Flag was like a 1,200 mile trip, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't quite sound right. And so I did the math on it. I ran on Google Maps. It said it was only 1,080. If you're taking the US 50, K61, and US 54 route. So I'm like, again, if you want to take that extra time going all the way down to I-40, in Oklahoma City, go for it. But it's like, I'm not going to let you put my load at risk doing so. So he ended up going ahead and taking 54 across. That's my suggestion. I had the impression that he's, I'm not really sure. I don't know if he's just not trained properly on trip planning or if he just has bad habits like a lot of drivers have. And the fact that he doesn't know that 54 across, you know, from the Wichita area over to Tucumcari is even a route option. You know, it tells me a couple of different things. Either he doesn't know the roads as well as he should for his amount of experience, or his experience that he does have is outside of that area, so he's not used to running that, the lanes that I'm used to running. And it could just being honest. It's like me going to the East Coast. I know some of the routes there, but I'm not intimately familiar with them. You guys saw what's up with the cones here? This is different. Let's go to the side where the bobtail is. I'm not sure why they got the cones set up here. This is new. So like I did that delivery in Ohio at the Walmart DC in Wintersville. There were different route options that I could take. I talked about it in the video there. I took one particular route. There are a couple other options worth considering. You know, someone who's more familiar with the area would know, well, yeah, why don't you go this way or that way or whatever. It's more miles, but, same amount of time or something. And, and it turned out this guy started out here with Sierra England, but, at least that's what I recall him saying. And he started, I don't know how much time he spent with them. It didn't sound like it was a hell of a lot, though. I thought he said something about going to Western Express at some point in time too, and he'd said that. Hang on, let me get my arrival call sent in. Kind of short on time here, so I need to keep talking while we're parked here. Anyway, he talked when we met up last night. He was telling me about how there was. Like the person who was supposed to be training him didn't know shit themselves, didn't know how to backward the crap, and basically it was like he knew more than the other guy. So I don't know, it wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, there's more to learning how to drive a truck than just being a natural at it. Well, I guess I could say to an extent, you can. If you take to heart what they teach you in CDL school, even at Sierra England, you can do just fine. Stay safe and all that, but too many people just have these bad habits, forget that they're in a truck and not a car, and forget certain safety things that they regularly tell every single day. Watch your tandems. Watch your every day. Too many people don't know what that means, though. Anyway. So he had experience with Western Express, I think he said, and he said he owned his own truck for a bit too, but he had to give it up. I think his maintenance of costs that he couldn't afford or something. Let me get my arrival call sent. But it sounded like most of his experience involved the East Coast, so. That sounds very much in line with what I would expect a Western Express driver to do, because I've never driven for them, but I know people who have, and they all say that their drive-in side at Western Express are two sides. They got one side that pretty much stays on the East Coast and another side that stays on the West. And then the flatbed division over there, I guess they go kind of nationwide, but they do a lot more East Coast than they do anything else, it sounds like, so... so it's, I guess most of his experience is just with that area. So, I ended up telling him, you're going to need to run at least so many miles, whatever, tonight, and make sure you can get to Kingman or, maybe to Seligman, Arizona in 2 shifts, so you have the best chance of getting Sparks on a 3rd shift. Otherwise, if you need that extra 10-hour break, there's too much risk you're going to fail the load, so... Alright guys, so I was trying to get out of this guy's way, and or so he could check in. Turned out I guess he's already checked in. We're going to check in over here at the green office first, which is right here. They don't have a dock door ready for me right now, so we're just going to park next to this guy. As long as he's got room to do what he needs to do. We'll run our bills in over there real quick. I needed time to sign everything and fill out everything, whatever. But I didn't want to do it while I'm in the way of other trucks, so we'll do all that right here and then get over to the other side of the building. Alright guys, we are checked in now. She told me to go ahead and dock in the door 240. That'll be on the other side of the building, north half of the building over here. Pretty close to where I docked in last time I did a Sam's Club delivery over here. Yeah, usually they do deliveries here right here in the 100 row in the mornings when it's Sam's Club, but then on the afternoons it's usually flipped around where the afternoon deliveries to Sam's Club go on the other side of the building, and then they usually have Walmart drop trailers in the doors on this side that are getting ready to be outbound to actual Sam's Club stores. Alright, so it looks like we got at least 1, 2... This guy didn't even look my way to make sure he wasn't coming out in that knucklehead. Yeah, it's this shack driver. I was looking right at him the entire time. He just kind of moved over in that direction, and I'm not sure he even knew I was coming. I don't know, he might have been using a hood mirror or something, but I had the impression he wasn't even aware that I was coming up behind him. Caused me to have to play a guessing game that if he was doing a U-turn or just getting ready to hook up to one of those drop trailers. Alright, looks like we're clear over here. Using that mirror up ahead on the fence to help verify that the coast is clear. What do we have over here? Someone with a lot more, actually more years than I have at JCT. L4369. Looks like we got about 8 years here. I might know them. She looks familiar. I'm pretty sure I know her. It's yeah, I can't think of who it is though. I'm pretty certain I know her though. I don't know if it's a woman named Kelly. I think she's still with us. Let me double check. Is this guy docking in over there? I don't want to go around this guy until I know for sure. No, he's not even in the seat. Nobody's even in there, so. What's the hold up here? I don't know if this guy's moving around like he's just waiting waiting for something else or something. I'm not sure. Alright, well, yeah, it looks like he doesn't have any plans to dock in, so I'll go by real quick. Alright, 240 is right over here. Now, right here in between these two drop trailers. Let me get my doors open and the lock removed. Just want to get out of the way as far as I can so anybody can go by. Alright, so it seems like there's a lot of everybody waiting for who knows what. Seemingly including the shack driver. So I'm going to get my doors open and docked in. to get the tandems a little further away from that line than I want them to be. Actually, right where I want them. The tandems are right where I want them to be, so we'll fix that off track so it's tracking the other direction. And I can square the trailer right up. That might have been just a little bit too far. That looks pretty good there. Yeah, it might be doable there. Yep, alright, perfect. Alright, so usual routine, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from the trailer here. Pull forward, and we'll just wait, and when we're done, they're going to bring the bills to me. Alright guys, we are ready to go here. Let me fix that there. Alright, we're done unloading. It's not even 5 p.m. yet. Yeah, I was starting to pull out right at the same time steering when it's coming out. Oh well. No big deal. Alright, so yeah, I was pretty quick unloading there. I was not even in the dock door very long before they had already put the flat hand lock and flag on my trailer, and didn't take too long before they were done unloading either. So, alright, so we're going to be docking, we're going to be coming right back in here, but we do have to depart first. I've already sent my empty call, but I have to check out on the guard shack and then come back in to pick my other load up. I'm not going to be vlogging that one, but I might do, I don't know, I might include it, at least parts of it, high speed or something, in a future clips compilation. The load is going to be going to the Walmart DC in Moberly, Missouri. So it'll be a decent number, like 1,800 mile trip almost, or 1,700 plus, yeah, 1,700 plus, whatever it is. Well, right now, so I'm just going to go off the outside the property, leave my doors open. I need to sweep the trailer out. I filled up my reefer unit, topped it off in Hesperia right before coming over here, so don't have to worry about filling the reefer unit up in case it's a drop and hook. It looks like we're good there. Okay, that's my load assignment coming in for my reload. Alright, so yeah, the washout place, I don't know, I might be open now, but I'm just going to go ahead and wash my sweep my trailer out outside. And just creep right back in after that. And yeah, we'll get that load picked up. It's not due for pickup until 2300 tonight though. So I mean, it could be a drop and hook, I don't know, or it could be a live, but I'm going to treat it like it could be either. So, alright, come up there far enough where, alright. Yeah, I say I'm just going to end up parking up here so I can sweep my trailer out and then just creep right back into the lot. Alright, we're done checking out. Like I said, normally I would already have my doors closed by now, but since I already know I'm just going to park here on the curb and clean my trailer and then go right back in, I'm not going to close them. No point in doing that. I need them open right here anyway. So we'll park right over here behind this other truck. Do our cleaning out right here. And we'll call it a day, right? Alright, so that's why you guys know what's going on now. Going to Moberly next. Let me do a parallel park here. So I get my tandems out by the curb instead of hanging out in the middle of the road if they don't need to be. Watching the tandems, wait till they get near the, where the line is between the. Now watch my drive tires over on this side. I was a little premature there. Now I chased it down with the. Yeah, I chased it down a little bit too soon. because I can't really see my drive tires, but what I'm doing is looking in my let me back up some. That tree is kind of going to interfere there. All right, we're good. Yeah, so I use my convex mirror over on the passenger side to see where my drive tires are at in relation to the curb, and then normally when my drive tires are just about to that line there between the asphalt and the gutter, right around that point's when I start cutting hard with the steering wheel to cut back over. So if you guys ever have to do real parallel parking in a truck, maybe you need some help with it, want to improve some of your skills, that's some of the ways you can do that. Just push the trailer straight back till your tandems are almost just about to hit the gutter, maybe just before you hit the gutter, and then start kicking the same direction that you need the drive tires to go. So if you need the drive tires to go right, steer right. If you need the drive tires to go left, steer left. And then just get the angle and then steer straight. And get the tractor angling, steer straight. Let the tractor come straight back at whatever angle it's at, but watch your trailer too to make sure it's not getting too close to the curb or whatever else. And then same thing there, when your drive tires get that same spot, or roughly that same spot, steer hard left and then your steer tires will come over. So that's all it is really to it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call this one a day, alright? I'm going to get cleaned out, get back in there. Like I said, I don't know if this is drop and hook or live load. I come here assuming it could be either or. I've even had times where I come here being told it's one and then find out it's the other. Because usually what happens here, when you're picking up from here, if your company does drop and hooks, if you check in early and it turns out your load is not ready yet and they don't already have a trailer assigned to the load yet, because they don't even have a trailer docked in for it or assigned for it, then they'll just go ahead and tell you it's going to be a live load with the trailer you're already hooked to. But if you come in early and maybe your load's already ready to go, or they already have a trailer assigned for it, then they'll go ahead and tell you to drop the trailer in the in lot E or F, and then go check in over here on the blue side normally. It could even tell you to check in at the orange office, but usually it's the blue one right here, just right over here to my left. And then go from there. Alright, so that's what's going on there. Like I said, I'm not going to do the vlog of that one. I've been here way too many times, and like, okay, what am I going to talk about in such a short video here? So I'll probably just do the clips compilation stuff, higher speed stuff. I'll slow it down to normal speed for like maybe when I'm docking in or dropping my trailer, whatever it's going to end up being, and anything else that might be of interest there. So watch for that on the clips compilation. All right, that'll be on my clips channel, not on this one. All right, so y'all have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. All right, we'll see you guys probably in Moberly on the next one.